I was like, okay, that'll be good. And then I sat down this morning, I started to write, and this is what came out. It was completely different than what I thought I was going to write. So that's usually how I know I'm channeling something. It's not from me. It's just, it came out on the paper. So what the theme of today is uniting mind and heart. So it's going to be a really fun, interesting little journey into ourselves and kind of using our imagination, our creativity to visualize and see what we get. So it's going to be some playing with that higher perspective self as well as dropping back into that physical self. So it's going to be a lot of this where you ladies are pretty good at being able to do this. So we're going to play with that a little today and see what you guys find out. It's going to be pretty interesting. I hope you will gather some information. So, uniting mind and heart. Why did I do this? Well, I don't know. This is what channeled and came through, but I will tell you that there are times in our lives, and the majority of us will go through periods in life where we feel a bit of a disconnect from the head and the heart. So, the head will say one thing, the heart is saying something else, and we can't seem to get those two to agree with each other, right? So this is where I think that the theme came from, is just that uniting of the two. And it doesn't even matter if we have a label or a story or the whys about it, but we're going to energetically go into the body and see if we can just bring some harmony there with those two. Whatever comes to you during this guided meditation, just observe it. Just let it be what it is. So we're going to get started. I'm not going to say too much more because I don't want to give away too much, but we're going to start and lay down if you want. If you're comfortable laying down, go ahead and do that. And then, of course, I'll pull a card at the end. See what our surrender card is for the day, for the week. All right, let's grab that journal, light that candle, let's set that space. My meditation warrior women, I'm excited to see where this one takes you. All right, go ahead and settle in, start in that comfortable meditating position. And just take a moment, settle in. Close your eyes once you get there and make any last minute adjustments until you can settle into stillness. Wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe reach the arms above. Eventually bringing all your attention to your breath. And follow your breath as it moves down into the lungs and into the belly. Deep inhales will bring space into the torso, and each exhale will empty the body of all the air. Maybe those palms are facing up so the chest is nice and open. And go ahead and take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale, release out the mouth. You can do it audibly if you'd like, just to release any last bit of energy so you can settle in. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Letting that exhale be nice and long. And one more deep inhale. And exhale out the mouth. Finding that stillness. Taking some time here to just check in. And notice any thoughts, feelings, or sensations. Pulling all your attention back to yourself. And seeing if you can observe the underlying theme of how you're feeling today. Pensive, joyful, peaceful, relieved, sad, whatever it is. Observe that underlying theme here and now. Allow your theme to surface without trying to control it or change it, but instead, just witness it. Breathe it in. Your theme of the day. And allow any thoughts or feelings behind it to just be there. Notice where your mind and your heart drift to. Noticing if you can pay attention to both simultaneously. Do your thoughts and feelings align? Or maybe there's a disconnect from the mind and the heart. Just observe. And hold space for anything you discover. Taking note of whatever draws your attention the most. Breathe. Allowing the breath to be nice and even, nice and complete. Feeling connected, supported by the earth under you. And also connected and supported by that higher self. You'll slowly begin to bring your attention now up to the mind. And observe any thoughts here. And how those thoughts are in harmony. Or maybe they aren't so much. Is the mental chatter loud, or is it more peaceful and calm? Either way, see if you can notice any sensation behind the thoughts you're witnessing. Does the mind recognize it's being witnessed, or do the thoughts keep streaming on autopilot? How does it feel in your head? Light and airy, heavy and weighed down, free-flowing, and flexible. Observe. And as you observe here, see if you can tap into your intuition and that third eye chakra. And see if you can begin to visualize the color of your mind, its energy. What color does it feel like or look like to you? Breathe and allow the color to reveal itself to you, taking note of whatever it is. A few deep breaths here, breathing in that color. Eventually, you'll take a step back spiritually, energetically, and become the observer from a higher perspective, witnessing from above how that mind energy, that color, moves around in your physical body. Does it stay up in the head mainly, or does it travel to other places in your body? Notice the details as you watch this unfold from a higher view. Breathe. And try not to judge or label anything you see. Instead, simply take note of it with a sense of curiosity and wonder. Staying here for a few deep breaths, just watching from above. Breathe nice and deep. And keep any details that get your attention. Staying with it for a little longer. Once you've gathered some information here, you'll slowly begin to bring your focus to your heart space. Take a few deep breaths here, dropping back into the physical body, back to your regular perspective. Allow your breath to expand and fill up your heart space. This is your feeling center, your healing center. So see if you can allow yourself to surrender to the feelings at your heart space. There is no need to give the feelings a name or a story. Instead, simply feel into the heart. Breathe deep. How does it feel here to you? Open or closed, heavy or light. Maybe there's even a sensation. Whatever it is, just give it permission to be there. Staying with this sensation or feeling for a few deep breaths. Witnessing and observing. Are you able to stay at the heart space? Or do you get distracted and want to move away from it? Notice and breathe. A couple more breaths here. Gathering whatever information you need. Now take a moment to tap into your intuition again. That third eye. And see if you can visualize a color at the heart space. Remember, there's no right or wrong here. This is your personal experience. What color does the energy of your heart feel like to you? Breathe deep, allowing the color to reveal itself to you in its own time. Once you have your heart space color, you'll take another deep breath and see if you can bring yourself back to that observer's higher point of view. Notice if you can visualize where this color is in the body. If it moves around or stays in one spot. Recognizing the details of this experience. And understanding that however the information comes to you is exactly how it's meant to. Trust and breathe. Staying here for a few deep breaths. gathering whatever information you need from the heart space. Taking note of any details that stand out. Eventually, you'll bring your attention back to the third eye. Getting in touch with that imagination, that intuition. Powering it up with a few deep breaths. Keeping that higher vantage point. We begin to observe both colors from above and how they move through the body. Color of your mind energy and the color of your heart energy simultaneously. Where does it flow in the body? Does it flow outside of the body as well? How are both energies moving? Slow and relaxed, or more frenetic and chaotic? Just observe. Maybe the energy of one moves at a different speed than the other. Take a few deep breaths. Keeping that wonder, curiosity, and awe about everything you witness from above. Breathe. And stay here for a few deep breaths. Taking note of anything that stands out to you. And still from your higher self, your higher perspective now. Go ahead and see if you can begin to alter the energy of the heart and mind so that it moves harmoniously together. Notice if the two colors begin to merge and what color that creates as they come together. Notice maybe where the energy meets in the body, the throat, the third eye, or anywhere else. Breathe, allowing in the fullness of this experience. Maybe the colors don't merge at all, but eventually start to move together in a way that feels more peaceful or unified. Allow your imagination, creativity, and intuition from your higher self to work its magic. Breathing deep. Staying here for a little while, bringing balance, harmony, and peace between the mind and heart. Watch as it unfolds organically. Breathe. A few more deep breaths. Altering, moving the energy as your higher self. Shifting you into a higher vibration if need be. And once you feel complete in this hopeful unification of mind and heart, you'll thank your higher self for its powerful role in this process today. You realize that this can take time to unify the mind and heart. So if it's not 100% complete, that's okay. You've started the process. Again, this has been your personal healing journey. So however this showed up for you today is exactly how it was meant to. Remembering all the details of this experience that felt important to you. Slowly dropping yourself back into your physical body when you're ready. Feel the ground under you. Connect to that support of the earth, to gravity, and to your breath. Call yourself back into the physical world. Still keeping that connection to your higher self. Once you feel anchored back into the earth, you'll slowly begin to bring some movement to your fingers and toes. Maybe reach the arms above the head, slowly rolling to one side. And while you're still in that meditative state, grab that journal and write down everything you remember about this beautiful unification of mind and heart. Time. Letting the information come back to you. Another minute or two. Before we unmute, I am going to go ahead and pull a card. You can continue to write if you need to. I'll go ahead and pull this card just so we can get this on here for those who are doing this from home. In the recorded version. All right. Okay. So today's card, surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. That's definitely a new one. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Beautiful. Maybe think about how this could go with whatever you discovered today.